Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. Once again, here we are just at the 4 o'clock hour for your web update. Thanks for joining us on the internet. It is Thursday, August 26th, partly cloudy skies. We had a nice little round, a little light to moderate rain shower moving through before lunch today. If you were up around 6 a.m., you saw lightning to our north with those storms over Rangeley. And then, of course, it was just a matter of time before some of that rain showers made it down through the Book Cliffs and across the Grand Valley, and as a result, we had some of those a couple of rounds of light to moderate rain showers. Good thunder, too. And then we also got our break, just like we expected. A little bit of sunshine popping in, getting some of that juice going to fuel the atmosphere for storms later today. We're also gusty. You can see the tower cam right now moving around. We'll get to the wind speeds in a second. Thankfully, ahead of the approaching system, we still have the southwest flow. Warm, dry, and breezy conditions. Now, as far as wind speeds go, the stronger winds are being experienced in the northwest corner of Colorado, but not enough to pull a red flag warning. We still have increasing humidity levels. Now, we may be visiting red flag warnings periodically throughout the course of the weekend. We're still going to be dealing with breezy conditions on Friday and again on Saturday. So we're talking 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's something to keep in the back of your mind. Good to fly a kite. And it's going to be hot, and it'll be dry, so we may see some more red flag warnings going through the weekend. As far as today goes, top wind gusts so far, 25 to 35 miles per hour, and that's not for everybody. That's just mostly on the lower elevations along the western slope. Again, we'll be revisiting these on Friday and Saturday as well. As far as our storm system goes, you know, we're getting it already crossing the divide. So now we're just left with the tail end of its energy. And with that, we should get another round of storms popping up just around 6 o'clock. Not much to it between 6 and midnight. And during that small 6-hour time frame, we really only have a couple of opportunities to get an isolated storm cell to move over populated areas. And I'm talking both Grand Junction and Montrose. Now, the good thing about this is we have a very dry atmosphere. So any rain that's occurring is actually evaporating before it hits the ground. And the storms are moving fast. So they're not allowing enough time over one particular area to accumulate a whole lot of flooding. So that flooding threat 24 hours ago was at moderate. Now it's gone even lower. So that is the great news. Through midnight Friday, the system continues to chug eastbound. We'll get another system coming through, a bit of a weak layer coming through on Saturday. And that'll help kick our wind. Engage our winds. We're getting one on Friday and Saturday. It's just a stationary front that's moving through the area to our north. Again, not much to it other than a wind generator, and it'll help fuel some of the storms in the mountain zones. Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. We're talking San Juan's, the divide from the central to the southern areas, and also San Luis Valley. If you're familiar with Alamosa, they're probably going to get some storms Friday afternoon and again on Saturday afternoon. And there's that next front that passes through the region Saturday. That'll keep the wind machine going and act as a lifting mechanism for storms. Let's refocus on tonight, Thursday, because Thursday was our cooler and our rainier opportunity in the extended forecast, but we have another option late next week, and I'll show that to you in a second. So right around sunset tonight, things are going to get quite interesting for the Grand Junction area and points to the north. So we're talking Douglas Pass, Meeker, Craig, all the way along Highway 40 eastbound, though that's not an alternate detour right now. But with these storms moving through after sunset, if they hold together and they put down some heavier rains, then this could become a problem for the Grizzly Creek burn scar. But maybe not. And then we could be looking at more storms lingering through the 10 and 11 o'clock hour. Specifically, though, I'm talking about Montrose. So after sunset, there's part of that complex system that's moving through. A little isolated hit, so we're going to watch that. Outside of that, there's really not much to it. Friday, we're going to see mostly clear skies. We'll get the heat going. We'll get some afternoon cloud coverage building in per those mountain storms like I talked about. Here are the low temperatures this morning. I didn't expect a whole lot of cooling this morning because of the added cloud coverage we were expecting and the hot temperatures yesterday. So 60 and mid-60s, whereas average low temperatures for this time of the year at Grand Junction is 59. Average high temperature at Montrose this year is 54. So even our lows are a little bit hotter than the average. And our forecast for today actually nudged up a little bit with a lot of that sunshine popping through in the afternoon hours. Average high for Grand Junction is 89. Average high for Montrose, 85. And sun goes down tonight at 7:50. And that's really a kind of a loose timeline. It depends on where you are. But 7:50 is a pretty good hit. And it should be decent. Partly cloudy skies. at that hour, and some storms rumbling through. So that'll be actually an incredible opportunity to get some photos, if you ask me. Low temperatures Friday morning, just a couple degrees cooler, but again, still running above the average for this time of the year, whether it's 2 or 4 degrees warmer. It's going to feel pretty good tomorrow morning, and we're going to have clear skies to start the day. So great way to wrap up the work week. Clear start, partly cloudy finish, a little bit on the hot note, temperatures running hotter than the average. That trend will continue through this weekend, so there's no reason for you not to get out and play. It looks like Sunday could be a hot day. I hope that's not a triple-digit day. I'd be surprised, but we'll have to break it down and see how it goes. We should maintain clear skies, dry conditions on Sunday, and as far as wind speeds go, we'll be looking at 15 to 20. So there is a chance, especially if the winds come at us from the southwest, there's a chance that we could filter in some drier and warmer air. Middle and late next week, we're getting ourselves set up for a textbook monsoon pattern. We have the high migrating to the east. We have a low establishing itself to the west. Both will work together to drive up that subtropical moisture from the south across our area. And yes, it goes as far north as Grand Junction. We are on the northern edge of that monsoon pattern, that North American monsoon pattern. And the NAM, the NAM, North American monsoon, summer thunderstorm pattern, that goes through the end of September. And the interesting thing about next week is we have 2 tropical storm systems, possible hurricanes, that are going to be working from both source regions. One from the Gulf of Mexico, and that will drive moisture across the divide from the east to the west, and it's going to get caught up in that southerly flow. And we'll have another tropical system, and it could be a hurricane, working its way up the Baja Peninsula, and that is the other tropical source region. And that'll drive in a lot of moisture across the desert southwest, really fueling some intense storms across the borderland, and it will migrate as far north as this. So middle and late next week, significant cooling on tap, and at least right now, I don't really hang a hat on it, but at least right now, because anything can happen with these tropical systems. They could curve away, they could get bounced or deflected by a high pressure system, but some of the models are already indicating significant rain as a result of this particular pattern. A monsoon pattern with a couple of tropical storms on either side influencing our rain showers. So that'll be something to watch, something to look forward to. Enjoy your day.